Hey guys, Solemn Salmon here, and with Stellaris 2.0, the Cherryh update on the horizon, I wanted to take a look at an aspect of Stellaris that most gamers, most players will be very interested in, modding. Now I'm not a modder myself, but I have used mods extensively to kind of alter my game of Stellaris, enhance it, or just kind of get a different take on the game whilst retaining a lot of the core elements. I've played some absolutely brilliant mods in my time as a Stellaris gamer, and I've kind of picked out 5 that I think that people should keep an eye on after the Cherryh update to kind of see how they're doing with all the changes to the game, and whether they'll still be playable sort of thing. Will they still be as good as they have been in the previous version? So without further ado, let's get started. First up, we've got Star Trek New Horizon, a community-driven project aiming to deliver a fantastic Star Trek game experience. New Horizon is currently the most popular mod of all time for Stellaris, boasting just under 86,000 subscribers. It's all well deserved as well. New Horizon totally converts Stellaris into Star Trek canon, with ships, species, empires, and events familiar to any Trekkie. Slippers and I had a great time playing through the early game, so all this praise comes from very personal experience. I've been there, done it, and I know this is a brilliant mod. As this is a Star Trek mod, some elements may not play well with the 2.0 Cherryh update. The FTL rework and the loss of warp drive in particular may impact the immersion and freedom that players would expect from a Star Trek mod. All the changes to a hyperlane-only galaxy are really great for the strategic kind of tactical level of Stellaris, but when you want a world and a galaxy and a universe that is dominated by the idea of warp drive, I mean Star Trek and warp drive are almost synonymous, that loss of warp, it's probably not great for the mod itself. Changes to influence and technology are certain to impact events and will probably break the mod for some time after release. And this is a great shame, because the events are one of the things that push New Horizon beyond other mods. The idea of playing through the same encounters and events that you saw on the TV series were one of the things that really brought the mod to the fore. I particularly really enjoyed kind of explaining to Slippers which episodes these were and what really happened in the series as he went through them, experiencing them in his own way. That said, the introduction of starbases and mid-game crises presents a fascinating opportunity for New Horizons' growth. It'll be really interesting to see where Stellaris' most popular mod goes in 2.0, and I for one am really looking forward to experiencing it in the new update. UI Overhaul 1080p is the most subscribed to mod available on Steam for Stellaris, as well as one of the highest rated, with just over 200,000 current subscribers. It's a beautifully simplistic mod that has clearly proven invaluable to the player base. I honestly can't remember a time when I haven't had this mod installed. Put simply, UI Overhaul does what it says on the tin. It overhauls the UI, scaling it to 1080p and expanding most windows to minimise the amount of scrolling needed to display as much information as possible. And what's more, it does all of that while still remaining Iron Man and Achievement compatible. Now you know why I never uninstall it. I can't see there being too many issues with UI Overhaul moving into 2.0 due to its beautiful simplicity. Hopefully updates will be quick, expanding it with windows for new features like the Fleet Manager, and we'll be able to just sail into 2.0 uninterrupted with this mod. New ship classes and more, version 7.0. When this mod says and more, it means it. Stellaris' second most subscribed to mod features 9 new ship classes, 6 new station classes, 18 new playable races, including Ancients, Pirates, and an original race called Creatures of the Void, as well as allowing you to summon and control your own Leviathans. Space Dragon shenanigans have never been so fun. NSC is a great mod if you find the vanilla 4 ship types too constrictive, or find having to micromanage new variants too fiddly and annoying. It's a great mod that takes an area of Stellaris that isn't perfect, that could use a little more expansion and streamlining, and throws it wide open for players. I'd expect this to continue into 2.0 Cherryh. Even with the rework to ship design, with the reintroduction of combat computers and alternatives to ship power, fundamentally the process is staying the same. The only real additions are the introduction of Titans and Planet Killers, which could possibly replace existing classes rather than subvert them. All in all, NSC should remain a vital mod in 2.0, expanding gameplay for subscribers. Probably the only major impact will be the loss of battle stations, with starbases offering a potential new avenue for the modders though. Solaris is a great mod that converts Stellaris' great sprawling galaxy down to just one solar system. This Sol system contains the familiar planets that dot our night sky, spread across 14 systems, and now it's home to 4 races battling for control. As opposed to the 3 mods I have shown off so far, this is one that a lot of the player base probably haven't heard of. It's not a huge one, it's not one of the most subscribed, it's not one of the most popular. It's one that I am looking forward to having a look at because it's one I've enjoyed. After Slippers and I played this, we remarked that it was essentially Stellaris Deathmatch. With such a small contained map, it lends itself to a quick period of grabbing the resource-rich systems before settling the game through combat and warfare. Entire playthroughs could be over in just a couple of hours. As Stellaris constricts Stellaris rather than expanding it, it won't be as heavily impacted by 2.0 as, say, Star Trek New Horizon. Having to claim systems will make early expansion more interesting and tactical, while starbases could turn home systems into veritable fortresses. With some balancing though, Stellaris should remain a viable option for a quick, vicious game of Stellaris 2.0, and one that I, in particular, am looking forward to having another go at with Slippers and some other friends. It's a great mod, really like this one, because it just changes Stellaris into this quick deathmatch style play. Last up, but by no means least, we've got Improved Space Battle. ISB is actually a collection of 5 mods under the Improved Space Battle banner. ISB Graphics, Balance, Doomsday Weapons and Ships, Microjump, and Living Systems. All bar Microjump currently have over 100,000 subscribers, and all can function as independent mods, although they're all designed to work together. Doomsday Weapons and Ships is probably the most impacted by 2.0. The mod itself introduces a few new supermassive ship classes alongside ships and weapons designed to destroy planets, entire solar systems, or obviously both. With the introduction of Titans and Planet Killers in Cherryh, this gap is filled in vanilla Stellaris. With some updating though, Doomsday Weapons could be able to provide ready-made variety straight off the bat. For me though, the 2 most interesting mods in the ISB collection are Living Systems and Graphics. Living Systems is a great addition to Stellaris, increasing the game's depth with the introduction of civilian populations and ships. Yes, vanilla Stellaris does include these in the form of pops and science vessels and construction ships, stuff like that, but with Living Systems, civilian ships will now spawn independently, moving around your empire. The effect is a deeper level of the game that feels more organic in that it's no longer just military armadas floating around, but all manner of different ships and folk. Graphics, on the other hand, improves space battles by rebalancing the size, scale, and brightness of ships, solar systems, and weapon effects. The result is an easier on the eyes Stellaris, which works well with any number of other mods. Neither of these 2 should be greatly affected by 2.0. Living Systems may have to rebalance for the border rework, but hopefully both will continue adding depth into Cherryh. As I said though, I'm not a modder myself, so I could be wildly wrong with the ease and utility that these mods will be updated and such as that. All I can say is that I think the modding community for Stellaris is brilliant. There's so many great mods out there, and clearly a lot of contributors and modders are working really hard. It's a passionate community and it's a really talented community. So if you haven't tried modding Stellaris, definitely check it out for yourself, and maybe have a look at some of the mods I've just suggested in the current build of Stellaris rather than 2.0. Anyway, that's all from me today. Like and subscribe for more great content from me, Solemn Salmon. And as always, until next time.